So now Erdomush has to beat Magnus. Magnus just won 2 games today. They were very classy wins. Will he try to make a draw against the young man, or will he try to beat him? That is the question. Okay, we have a Spanish, a6, knight f6, bishop e7, all normal, b5. This is a mainline Spanish, h3, knight b8, Breyer variation. Trying to go knight d7, bishop b7, rook e8, etc. Very, very solid system. Now, I think Magnus went for this because this is kind of old man chess. Breyer is not particularly popular anymore, all right? Knight d7, and he's like, all right, will the 14-year-old be able to outplay me from the Breyer? How are his Breyer skills? Magnus goes for typical Breyer counterplay. I've been saying Breyer quite a lot, all right? But it's called the Breyer. Breyer. I don't know. Anyway, bishop d2, c6, knight f5. He goes for a plan on the queen side. That's apparently inaccurate. It was apparently better to focus on the queen side with moves like a3, but it's probably the first time that he's had to play this structure, Erdomush, against somebody like Magnus. That's the incredible thing, is that you could be 14 years old, you could be 2700 level, but you don't have a lot of experience playing Breyer at the top level. And imagine you have 15 minutes, now 10, to figure out this ancient structure of the Spanish against the best player in the world. Not so easy. And what you're about to witness over the next few moves is, at some point, Magnus will begin taking over. This one pawn push drops the advantage for white by half a pawn, because black now establishes a very strong block on the c5 square. White needed to fight for that square a little bit faster, and now Magnus establishes the knight on c5 and repositions his pieces, trades, and just dominates this game. 9 minutes to 6. Old man chess taking over here for the best player in the world. f6, stabilizing everything. We have a trade of knights. The position is only getting more and more difficult. 5 minutes remaining, a4. Magnus is encroaching. Heart rate is escalating here for white. Rook d8, every move for black is easy. King g7 he's going to play, always a useful move in the endgame. And Erdomush cracks under the pressure. Instead of queen c1, which was a pawn sacrifice, he could have kind of tried to go f3, king h2, just kind of also pass back the moves. But you do feel like at some point black is going to launch into your position with rook d3, queen d6, etc. So he gives away the pawn, but it just doesn't work. He goes for c5. Maybe he had ideas of rook b6, knight g4, but Magnus, none of these ideas actually work. There was a moment here, Erdomush could have went rook b4. That was the last chance, but he misses it. Magnus locks it down completely, infiltrates, king is safe on h6, and just like he always does, the rook endgame is winning. 5 pawns to 3. Erdomush, on the 52nd move of the game, resigns.